Is Virgo going to go last again? I don't know. That might not go well as it did last week.
Oh, big things coming for those Virgos.
Last three Libras. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on with you. Full moon for you in your 6th house with the sun in the 12th. So this is not the most of easiest of full moons, but it is trying to recorrect and get you out of the fog and also get you more spiritually aligned with your passions, Uranus in the 8th. You did get the Ace of Swords upright. It's time to... This is a great card. This is the fresh card. Fresh goes better. Fresh something, baby. Fresh goes better with Mentos. Freshen for your life. Sex. Mentos.
Fresh.
The Libra maker.
Sex.
So I would say that, this is, especially with Mercury coming in your sign this week, you're going to be very clear finally, I think, by week's end of like, I know what to do here. Because you're dealing with a lot of weird aspects, like trying to figure out your reality and if it's lost and if you really want to make this reality or not. This is like playing with a permanent marker. Are you really going to continue writing on that? Or are you ready to like say, maybe I don't want to put my full stamp? It's almost like a tattoo. Are you ready to tattoo this kind of energy in your life fully? You still have options. Don't forget about that. But also, is your rocker getting... That 8th house Uranus. Let's see what the challenge is here. Ooh, the Magician card reversed. Yeah, it feels like there's something that you thought was magical. It's not magical right now, Libra. And you're searching for that. But you know exactly where it is, so why don't you do that? It's almost like, I think that you're giving a lot of attention and energy to somebody that's not magical, and then you feel bad to go where you really want to go. Especially this Venus opposed Saturn in the 10th. And it's like you want the bomb.com, but you're emotionally hanged up on something that's like mediocre.
Shit's weak.
Weak. Queen of Wands in reversed. The stupid feeling that you have emotionally putting in love in a place that you're not getting it the way that you want to. The emotion, especially that feminine happiness, that nurturing love. It's like, you're putting in all this nurturing love and this person doesn't have that in them at all. Man, with the Magician card reversed, they're not that magical. I bet you that people have told you in your close circle, we are going to see Venus in your 11th, or you might finally hear that this weekend, like, are you really happy with that person? Or are you still talking to that person? Or what's the deal with that? Like, and you'll be like, oh, we're getting this. Or it's like, can I be your best friend for 1 minute? Like, they're kind of, you sure? Your shadow that you got is the triumph of lies. Yeah, this is a non-magical person who's not necessarily a liar, but it's the lie that they're magical when they're not. The lie that you tell yourself, like, oh yeah, I'm the triumph of my own lies that they're magical. No! You got the Star card. Gosh, there's some great energy trying to clear the decks here for you. Ace of Swords, trying to clear the head and see straight and start into a better environment. The Star card that's ready to, clear after the Tower and just come into a pure new space, Libra. And really listen to the universe and where it goes. And you know what? When you're in that space, the universe brings you a lot of great things. But right now I feel like you're kind of entrenched in a lie that you're telling others. And even that person or yourself about your love life. If you're single, it's like, you're still connected to something not magical, or you're dating somebody not magical, or you're trying something that's not magical. And if you're single and not talking to anybody, which I don't know one Libra, you're talking to an ex that's definitely not magical and hoping that it's going to come true, and it ain't going to come true. And you have the Fool card reversed. So this is the ultimate feeling, like a fool. The Fool reversed with the Queen of Wands reversed. Like the Fool of like, man, I think that you need to finally, I think that you're finally making the 100% like, okay, this has been a mistake. And I've continued to go through the mistake, try to, like act like it's not a mistake or admit it, but then like, no, like This is like, I've just really been stupid with my love life here. And it's okay to start fresh and new no matter what. That's Libra's number one lesson. When it comes to your edge and your passion and the better life that you want, especially with Venus coming into a Leo, you're going to have a lot of other suitors in life. Just depends on whether or not you're going to show up star-like, naked in the universe and let all that come in. Your overall card that you got is the earth element. You need real stability, but not stability of lies through somebody that's not magical. So it's like a non-magical stable place is not magical at all. It's just a bunch of dirt. And you know, it's kind of funny because it's come up quite a bit for me in the last day actually about Johnny Cash and his last song that he redid of Trent Reznor. And you know, like, it's just like, you might have a physical home, or you might have a physical something with somebody, or they might be offering you something, you know, in the physical realm. But at the end of the day, is that a really emotionally satisfying? It's just going to be nothing but dirt one day that you get left with. I don't want to get all Johnny Cash with you, but we were there 2 years ago, you know, like at the Johnny Cash Museum in Nashville during the CMA week. And actually, that was one of my favorite parts of our time there.
Yeah, that was dope. And
I got a lot more insight into him as a man and as a human being, and I don't know why it came up a couple times in the last like day. So I'm just saying, with this earth stability lie, non-magical, there's nothing worse than the physical with not magic. Just being real. I mean, you know, Saturn in Aries. Wow, in the 9th. Okay, this is where you're holding yourself back from your honest truth about where you really want to go, and holding yourself back about having the courage and having the strength and the ability to say what you believe or what your vision is here. You need to define what that vision is and be that vision and act on that vision, instead of continuing to kind of hold what you really want back and hold back, saying, no, there isn't any more options. You have a million different options. You just have to get over that. Saturn hates being in Aries because Aries trumps over it and says, no, I'm done. Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to hold myself back. I'm going to do what I want. You need to step into that with Mars. Mars goes retrograde by the way, next week in your relationship house. So if any Libra right now, no matter how much deep you've gotten down the hole with the square to your 4th house of all the Capricorn stuff, you do not want to go through this Mars retrograde and relationship thing that you know you're in a deep hole in.
Yeah, I think the greatest lie is that you still need to have this individual, that they have some sort of power over you. You know, it's you have that power. They don't need to take up that space within your mind, take up that space within your life. That is a lie that you cannot move forward, that you cannot leave that individual in the past where they deserve to be. You know, I think that's continue to progress forward, or else you're not going to have another meaningful relationship because you're just going to be stuck with that mindset. You know, you're going to be stuck back in whatever, the past. You're not moving forward. You're not allowing that mental space to clear up. You're still allowing them to have that free rent within your mind, that free rent within your soul. And it's time to kick their asses out. Simple. Get to the point. What it is that you want. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to have in your life? Bring that in. But they need to be erased from your life. They need to be erased from that energetic field that you're allowing them to hold space in. Whatever it is, for some reason you're still allowing them to hold on. And it's time to kick their asses out.
Just do it. Erase was the most powerful word that you said. Libras, it's pretty easy when you're a judge. You're the only sign that's a contraption. You're not a human. You're not a animal. You're a contraption. So it's just pushing a bunch of papers and being like, next. It was a fun show. I was on it.